Okay, our paint is dry. Here it's a little thin. I wanted to get right onto the green, but what I'm going to do is, our paint survived the night, I think. Yep, looks good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up these areas. So this is going to be green, so we want to get basically any of this outside area that's not, at least the bottom and the top of the yellow, so that we get good coverage. So let me just get that out there. I was at Myers. I should have gone to Michael's, but I was tired today. They didn't have any of the yellow ochre, so I'll just continue with what I'm doing. Just kind of get, second layer should be good enough, I think. It's not the main part of the picture, so it shouldn't matter so much. No idea how much of this audio will actually make it to the final cut, if any. But I'm just going to talk, because there's nobody else around to hear me. Riley's off doing Riley things. And Mercy's at her place or where she's staying, so it's just me and the cats. And the cats don't care. At least I hope the cats don't care. Not like they're going to do anything anyhow, so. They think I'm weird anyhow. I mean, I'm weird, but not because I'm talking to myself or to the camera. I'm going to put a little mark here. That way if I have to take the canvas off for whatever reason, better idea where it goes back on. That'll help me a little bit. Just for alignment. And I can use it for other paintings in the future. Alright, I think that's all I need to do. I'll save the rest of this for, make sure I get the bottom the canvas. I have a few paintings where it's like, oh yeah, never came back and did the bottom, so it looks a little weird hanging on the wall. All right, let me get this over here. Wash, wash, wash. Drop, drop, drop. Should put a little soap in this water, maybe. I don't know. Mutter, mutter, mutter. All right. So now we're going to take the masking tape off. And I could have used just regular masking tape, but I figured, well, since I'm buying supplies for this, I'll just get spend a little money and get the fancy masking tape. I think I got this at Myers. Insert sexy stripping music here. Everyone seems to find satisfaction in this. It's just, I don't get it. Each to their own. It's just a task for me, so it's neither satisfying or unsatisfying. These scalpels are the handiest tool. I'm so glad I ordered some a while back. They're like sharper than X-Acto knives. and better form factor because of the flat handle. You know, figuring a surgeon's going to be using this for hours or whatever. However surgeons do the surgeon thing. All right. Green. It's going to go here. I have this green. I have no idea the quality of this green. So let me get a container and I'll splurp some out. Oops. And I just took off my mic. Click. Sound incoming. Too late. All right, I did it. All right. Gorgeously clean palette, but it'll do the trick. Focus on that. There, focus on the canvas, not on the artist. All right, do I have the, yes I do. A little safety tab. I don't know why I'm going to show you. I am certainly not going to include that into the video, but it entertains me to do so. Blurp. Oh, shoot. Alexa, 30-minute timer.
30 minutes, starting now.
I don't want to overcook the camera. We are recording. Yes, we are. Do I want to use the same brush? I can. Oh, fuck. Or do I want to use something smaller for the edges? I want to do something I can more easily control the flow. A box of brushes. Not the ideal way of storing brushes, but I have never done things the ideal way, so why should that shock anybody? All right. So carefully, you still focus on, all right, let's get this stupid tape out of here. I hate sticky. There's one sensation beside itching that I could do without. It's sticky. Ugh. Okay. Oh, lovely. It is thin as fuck. I think. Probably. All right, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to get this in on camera, then off camera. I am going to, once the yellow is dry, mask it and just do several layers to get it nice and solid. I was worried that would be the case. Fuck, if I had known that, I would just use the damn craft paint. It's cheaper. Whatever, it is what it is. So the idea is you want to keep just a fixed amount of paint on your brush so that you can use like a wave. Go down the line. Hello, I am talking to, I have voice recorder on. I'm using the lav mic so you don't kill me for today's recording. I am recording, so hello. Still there?
I forgot, I put towels in the washer.
Okay.
Oh. I'm recording and I should not start that now.
Huh? You're fine. Oh, yeah. Please don't. You can get ready to go and I can turn it on when I'm done. For the most part, I may not be using the audio anyhow, so, but I might say something poignant and then possibly I could use it in the script.
Yeah.
Or if it's good enough quality, I might just use it here. Or whatever. Straight lines aren't that bad to do. The corner is going to be a little bit of bitch to do. And since you're not usually with me while I do these, at least not live, you don't get to hear all the silly voices I do when I'm talking to myself to entertain me. Usually I'll have like a YouTube channel playing, like doing stories or something like that. Horror Babble's a good one. Kind of takes my ADHD-laden brain away from the moment, so I can do pretty mindless work or just not overthink what I'm doing. Let the more creative part of my brain take over. But this is pretty banal. It's pretty just, I'm painting a rectangle. I was going to say square, but it's a rectangle. This would be good stuff for live streaming, I guess. Because then I could talk to people and shit. I thought about it. I have no idea how to set that stuff up, though. I should look that up. Because if I'm going to do recording anyhow and talking to the camera, the only problem is, it's like, I don't know how I would just respond to anybody if they're like typing in chat or something, because I don't have a screen. I have over here my tablet, but that's just giving me the live preview from the camera. I'd have to set up a laptop or whatever. Or some screen just past the canvas here that I could glance over periodically. There. I mean, this is a cool effect if that's what I was going for, but I want, there's going to be a lot of flat colors. I have to go in with a smaller brush to get these corners because this one is a little bit too biffy. It's a biffy boy. Yeah, once I get this masked off, I'll just be going in with a big old brush and just kind of... The only trouble is dealing with paint that might leak under. It's like, ugh, because I don't have a lot of that yellow left. So obviously I just can't shovel paint onto that. I wish I had a nail clipper with me because I got his hair that is just sticking out. Be cool just to take today's thing and just join together like as if I had done a live stream, but maybe I will. So just for clarification, if I actually do that, this was never a live stream. It was a stream of consciousness stream. I don't know if you can hear that squeak. That's just me rubbing my my guide finger on the side of the canvas and just squeaking on the paint that's there. It's a funny little sound. So I'm using my pinky just to kind of lock the distance. Just as a guide. Happy little guide. Frankly, I have no idea how Bob Ross did it, talking to the canvas the whole time he's painting and just kind of guiding people through it. But he did. I think he died of cancer. Said, I think he was already passed on before I discovered his work. On one hand, his art was pretty, generically pretty, but really, I don't know. That's really all you can say about it. I think part of it is just because there's so much look-alike, because, you know, people learn to paint. Hell, I learned to paint that way. That it's just, it looks common. Because it became common. He became so copied that you see something of that style, it's just, obviously he wasn't even the original, but he's the one who popularized it. And so it was a way for a lot of people to get into painting. And I will not fault him for that, because it's one of the ways I practice and learn techniques and stuff. If I make a pine tree, you know, I am going to pull out a fan brush and I'm going to make a happy little tree, just like he taught me how to. It works. It's not the most photorealistic, but for what I do, more or less, it works. I'm not a big fan of doing landscapes. I did so many landscapes in the Bob Ross style, for more or less, that I cringe with the idea of having to do something like that again. Okay, let me get a smaller brush. So disorganized. So disorganized. My brushes, a lot of them are old. And my tablet shut the screen off. I can't see what I'm doing. And yes, I did put the paintbrush in my mouth. There's no paint on it, but it helps to get the hairs in order. This was a cheap brush, and the hairs have since gone poofy. Because it was not treated the best. So I've gotten a request to do another one of those drawings, those little kid video drawings. This one for a character for a battle for a dream island named Fiery. And the young person who, I assume young person that requested it, was not aware that I had done X and 4 from Battle for Dream Island, or Battle for the Battle for Dream Island, or whatever the hell they call it. So it's like, I mentioned that, and they're like, oh, I'll check that out. So yay. I don't know. Maybe that's where a lot of my new subscribers are from. If you're new to the channel, hi there. I'm Kelly. And I try to do art that certainly I enjoy. And I hope people enjoy watching me do it. I've seen YouTubers doing art on there. It's like, I can do that. And it's like, yeah, a lot of people say that. So I decided to put my money where my mouth is. Do I do this professionally? I would be living on the streets now if I did this professionally. I, at the time of recording, have like 80 subscribers and no money from that because the hurdle's way too high for me right now. So like 1,000 subs and 1,000 hours watched in a given period, etc. I'm nowhere near that. And it'll be probably quite a while unless I have some runaway hit that suddenly goes crazy and then suddenly I feel obligated to put out a channel and then I start putting out crap real early on. It's like I felt almost needed to just keep putting out stuff, and some of the stuff I did was a bit of crap, so I stopped, took a step back. Okay, corners are done. Do. Okay, I can see me. Oh, you're so good. You're so talented. I can never do that. I call BS on that. Doing this is not talent. Well, doing this specifically is not talent. This is skill. This is practice. This is having done this exercise, not this specifically one, but having done painting. I mean, if you can paint a wall, you can paint a painting, really. Depends on how complex it is, you know, what your subject is. This is largely simply geometric patterns. I mean, I did that on the computer, tracing the one from the video game. So this is something just about anybody could do. If you want, I can make the line drawing that I'm printing out here available somewhere. I don't know where. I don't have a website. I can make it available. I'll put it on Patreon. How's that? That'll be available on Patreon. So that gives people incentive to maybe help support the channel. Do you know I have Patreon? I do. Do you know how many patrons I have? I got none. I know money's tight. It would just help a lot. It would, I think a lot of the help would be just knowing people are actively supporting me. Even at $1 a month, that would feel amazing. And it would help a little bit, you know. Do I think I'm going to make a living on this? No. I am professionally a software developer. I cannot make nearly enough on this to replace that income. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. And having watched a lot of creators lately, basically saying, I can't keep doing what I'm doing because I'm just not making it. And that saddens me because a lot of people bet their livelihood on YouTube. And they need Patreon. So if you see a YouTuber that you really, really like and you really want them to continue making what they make, support them on Patreon if they have it. I'm not talking about me, per se. If you want to give me money, I won't say no. But like, because YouTube is cheap and there's so many restrictions on the content that you can put out, especially with dealing with advertisers, that advertisers, by the way, that are just putting out gross stuff. From what I hear, I don't see the advertisements because I pay for YouTube Premium just so I don't have to deal with the ads. Is it worth it? I think so. I don't have to deal with ads. I hate ads. But some of the stuff that gets advertised, it's like, where's the filtering on that? There's none. It's money. It's money in somebody's pocket. You know, I don't have to worry about being demonetized because I'm not monetized. What are they going to do? The most they can do is pull my videos, I guess. And I start getting videos pulled, I could very easily be done. Ain't but a thing for me. It'll be sad, but they can't hurt me. I've gotten money from Google before. Years ago, I would have these websites that I would distribute. Like copyright-free clip art and fonts of kind of a medieval theme, and I was doing the I forget what the program was called, but basically I would put like the Google AdSense stuff on that, and every few months I would get enough points racked up that I would get a check from Google for like $100. And we're talking about like every 8 or 9 months. Let's be perfectly clear. This is out of the blue. Here's the money. It's like, oh, thank you. I mean, it won't even pay for the website fees and stuff like that. And eventually I gave up on having websites and stuff like that. And it's like I wasn't dealing with people's shit. And ADHD brain lost interest in even doing with that. So it's like, well, something. Not income I was relying on. Not income I was ever expecting. It was just randomly nice. It's like, oh. Can't imagine trying to be reliant on something like that. Considering how often they change and mess around with the algorithms. What's popular one day may not be the next. So I was given the idea of today when I was out with a friend of mine that has the hotel. I saw the pilot for it. It's on Amazon Prime right now, but some kind of hotel in hell or whatever. It's really popular. To kind of do one of the characters from that to maybe, you know, be popular using my drawing tablet. So it might be by the time you see this video, and if assuming you can even hear me, because I may not use this audio, as I've said before, I might have one of those drawings out there. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. It might give me incentive to actually watch the show. Because, I don't know, I struggle with watching episodic TV. I don't know what it is, but it is. Don't you go to sleep on me. You be good. So once I'm happy with the green, I'm gonna get the diamond drawn. I'll probably do that off camera. That way you'll see just a diamond pencil miraculously appear on the easel, on the canvas. What's on easel? We'll start that. That will be green, I believe. I don't have the full color in front of me. So we'll do some little edge highlights to kind of differentiate and give it a little bit of a 3D appearance. And then there'll be purple diamond inside of that, I believe. I don't remember. And then there'll be black, because there's a starburst, and then there's the eye and such. It'll be more fun once I get inside and start playing with the details. Oh, that's mostly dry, but it's tacky. And you don't want to overwork acrylic paint because I can start pulling up the layers. And I don't want to do that because then it's hard to heal that. All right, so I got the green. Let's see what we could do with this. Maybe I only need 2 layers. I don't know. I mean, you never know until it's completely dry. Probably a 3rd layer at the very least. This is what I was hoping to see initially. I should have known better, but you know, naive. So this is better than the craft paint. So I don't want to diss the manufacturer. Royal Langnickel, never heard of them. But it was in the cheap paint aisle at Michael's a few weeks back when I was prepping this. So I should get some green close to what I want, some purple close to what I want, so I don't have to worry about mixing or trying to use craft paint or something. And I knew I should have just bought the more expensive paint, but I'm a cheap person. My Scottish grandmother would say I'm too Scottish for that, but I'm told that that is an offensive statement by someone who's also Scottish, so stereotypes, I know, but I don't know, my grandmother said it, so. So what generation would my grandmother be? She thinks silent generation. She was born in 1920. I don't even know what generation that would be. Oh, the greatest generation. That's right, because her generation is the one that fought in the World War II. My dad was silent generation, and my mom was one of the oldest boomers. She's born in 45, so I am solidly Gen X, and so are my sisters. Riley is, she calls herself Xennial, because she's kind of towards the end of Gen X. My friend Kat is millennial. My kids are, they're born in 97, so they're kind of Zennials, I think. They're on the cusp too. I went over a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I probably won't have to mask and paint over this. This is covering nicely now that it's got a coat down. The gesso definitely kind of absorbs color more, so it doesn't quite have the same coverage, I guess, maybe? I don't know. I'm thinking I will put this out on YouTube, so if you're hearing me, you're probably hearing me saying YouTube. You'll have to let me know if you like this format, because if you do, you know, until I can get some kind of streaming thing set up. I can put out more of these. Pseudo stream, I guess, maybe. Stream of consciousness. ASMR painting. Yeah. Is it ASMR if I'm just waffling on? I don't know. I just know that once I'm done with my recording tonight, I will likely just finish up blocking in this green off camera, and then we'll cut to the diamond and start in on that. So I'm sure this part's not overly compelling, other than, my witty banter and stuff. Maybe I should have somebody in the room with me and we could just have a conversation. We could have a podcast. The Kelly's doing a painting podcast. So me and a guest will chat about crap while I try to get a painting off the ground. That way I can get a painting video and I get a podcast going and, gotta have my hustle. This might be too wet still. But if I can block in some of it, that'll help certainly. It could be worse. I could be singing to my cats. Which isn't bad, but I generally sing the same things. It's like a lack of imagination, I guess. And no, I'm not going to sing for you like I sing to my cats. Oh, there's the timer. So that was a half hour. Alexa, stop. I have a temperature thing there. So I can keep going. Cool, I can monitor that. Sweet. This video just got longer. I'm going to finish blocking up the second one and then I'll call it for the evening. Dump these files on my computer and see what I got. If it's worth putting out, I don't know. And I probably should get the camera battery on the charger. I don't think the reflections are too bad. I have a polarizing lens I could try too. So if I think it's being too glossy, I might try that next time. So you might notice a jump in how the image looks. Do not be afraid. She is experimenting. New camera. Never used this camera for painting on the easel. I had it overhead for those paintings I was doing in December. I was really trying to learn it. Having the preview definitely helps me with, making sure that we're actually focused. Because that was so disappointing with the airbrushing. And the autofocus just going crazy. And also blowing out the camera. It's like, oh, really? What you make do with what you got. Don't you go to sleep on me. I'll tell you what. No. Bad camera. I love having a preview because I could see that when I went over here, it jumped focus over to my face, and it's like, then it's going to start going in and out, in and out, in and out. Now it's focusing on the middle of the canvas right here. I want the whole canvas. Well, see, now that I got the rectangles, it's not seeing it as a big shape. It's seeing it as separate shapes. Whatever. All right. I need to stop to let this dry, because otherwise I'm going to overwork the paint. It ain't going to be pretty, because then it's going to start pulling off the top layers, and then, I've done that. So I'll work on it tomorrow. And if I actually did put this on the internet, I'll see you later. Bye.